So let's wait for people to join. This stream was scheduled for last 2 weeks. I was not getting time. I had and stuff. So I was not able to. That's why I'm streaming today, and I will solve some lead code today, and maybe I will do a stream solving a contest tomorrow. Study contest. So we will solve some. Oh, I have not. So hi Shin. Top of the chat. Are you guys able to hear me? So let me know if the audio is okay. The audio is okay, right? So do you guys have some lead code problems that you guys want me to solve? Or we can just go to the contest side. Let me switch in my drawing pad as well. It will be a short stream, not that long. Maybe I will just solve one contest. Let's solve the weekly. So you are entering a competition. You are entering a competition. You are given two positive initial. Yeah, I will upsolve the last contest. I will solve the entire contest. Yeah, yeah, that's Chirag. I will also solve problem D. So like I will go sequence wise and solve the problem. So you are entering a competition and are given to, you are also given to zero index. To do CPL as D. I think just doing lead code will be enough for you. From which NIT are you? You are also given to zero index arrays in a space and reading the IS after read all and Gopal. So which branch are you from? So our energy will decrease by this, right? So we want our total energy more than that. So that is the first thing, and then we can just yes. So I think just doing Leetcode will, but like really, like if you want to target Google, then obviously Leetcode is not it. So if you want to go for Fang, I think you should uh, do some code for this. So we have been given energy and we have been given experience. So our energy have been given two arrays. One is have been given. So whenever we face an opponent, our energy will decrease by this. So what we want is we want our total energy to be sum of this, right? Energy, because if our energy is this, then we can defeat everyone using energy. So that's first thing that I can see. That is the first. I think it's because of the mic. I don't know how to fix that. Sorry for that. I can try some filters. I think it should be okay now. It should not break. Let me know if it's okay now, so I can change it. I think you are also able to hear the fan now. Let me fix this. Yeah, this should be okay now, I guess. Yeah. Is there any noise in the background, or is it okay? Yeah, so that was for energy, and for experience you will gain experience, right? So for that, what we can do is we can just I think check the absolute differences here, right? Is there background noise or not, or fan sound? Yeah, that's why I had some filters. I have to like figure out the correct thing. Fan noise. This is it okay now? Still able to hear the fan. Yeah, seems okay now for me. Yeah, so I think our total energy should be greater than equal to this, the sum of energies, and we will add experiences, right? We will keep on adding experiences, but let's say if our experience 3 is greater than experience 1 plus experience 2 plus experience let's say the initial experience, like, let's call it experience, right? Just experience, initial experience. We have some initial experience, right? You are given to 0 index. Yeah, so then that we need to add this difference, right? Whatever difference is here, we need to add it. So we just need to find the maximum difference, I guess. I think that will work. So I think the solution will be our initial energy should be greater than equal to sum of energy over the whole array, right? Energy of I, where I goes from 0 to n minus 1, right? And our initial experience should be greater than equal to initial experience. You can say initial experience that we need should be equal to initial experience or you can say initial experience plus maximum difference, right, between an and some not an, summation ai minus summation of a something ax, where x goes from 0 to I minus 1. I think something like this should work, I guess. Is it correct or am I thinking wrong? So let's try to code this out and we will see if there are some errors. So let's just code it here. So our initial energy, let's say what are the values? My integer energy sum should be equal to accumulate energy dot begin, energy dot end, and let's say my answer is the hours, then answer plus equal to maximum of 0 comma energy sum minus the initial energy that I have. Energy, it has to be strictly greater or not? I have to be both strictly greater, then I have to add an extra one here. I think that is enough for energy. So now we need to take care of experience. I can get for int I equal to 1, I is less than, or start from real experience. So my difference will be how much? My difference is, I can keep the value here. Difference is equal to maximum of V of I, right? V of I minus, not V of I, whatever your array is, G of I minus your last value that you have. Should be a plus 1 here again. So I think that should cover it, and in the end we can add maximum for answer and we can answer. So now we have to think how we can change our last value here. How we can change our last value here. So let's think about that now. So we have experience 1, experience 2, experience 3, up to experience n. We have our initial experience. So let's say it is not enough. That's right. Let's say it is not enough. So the sum that I will have so far So I can just add here, right? I can just add experience 1 here. It should not matter that much. I should be able to do last was equal to energy of I. I think that should work. Right, so we calculate our energy sum. This is this. We add extra one because it has to be strictly greater minus the initial energy. That will what we will need, right? Then we start from the initial experience, difference equal to 0. Then we find the differences. It should be difference, and last plus equal to energy of I. You can just add difference to our. Let's run the code. We have a compiler because n is not defined. It should be energy dots. So my answer is equal to 7 and their expected answer is equal to 8. So now let's check why is so. So you can increase your energy to 16 after 6 hours of training. So they are, so we have 6, they have 4, 3, 7, 3, 10, right? So we add our energy to 6. Yeah, that is correct. So my answer should be how much? My answer should be 7. Following, 6 are the following thing. So I have my 6. Right, so I am adding 4. I should add 5 here. So why am I going wrong there? Let's see that. So we come to experience. My initial experience is 2, so I add a 5 here, right? I need a 2 here, so that is correct, right? If I get a 2 there, should it be the overall sum? Should I add a diff here as well? This is maximum of 0. Add a diff here, I think. Now my answer is lesser for some reason. So let's try this sample case, right? So I think that will help clear things out. Let's take our drawing pad. So my initial experience is 3, right? And I have 4 variables, 2, 6, 3 and 1. So I can clear the first one. So my experience will be now how much? It should be 5, right? Then I have to clear the second one. So I need 2 experience to extra experience, right? So yeah, so if I add experience here, so whatever I did before this, will it count? So let's see. So I need 2 extra experience here, right? So my experience will be then 7. Here it will be 7, and then I will add 6 here, so it will be 13 now. Then it should be enough. So why am I not counting this 2? Why is that? So this is maximum of 0. This is energy plus energy of 5 plus 1 minus last plus equal to energy of 5. Then I have to add answer plus equal to diff. That correct? So now let's think about a case where we have to add it 2 times. So let's say we have something like this. We have a 2. We have my initial experience is, let's say 2. I have a 4 here. I have a 4 here. This will be 7. So let's say I have a 8, right? So obviously I cannot do this. So I have to add a 1 here. So it will be 8 now, and again it will be, I don't have to add anything, so let's keep this 9 instead. Keep this 9. So we have a 3, we need a 1 for this, we need a 2 for this, so not even 9 is enough, so I have to keep something bigger here. I just keep 11 here. So I have a 3, I need an extra 2, so I will add extra 2 here, so this will be 4 plus 7, this will be now 9, right? So still 9 is not enough, so I have to add an extra 3 here. So I think, yeah, hello Dada, so I think this should work now. Still the answer is 7, why so? Can you explain the overview? Yeah, so the problem is that we have two arrays, energy and experience. Whenever we face our opponent, our energy will decrease by energy of I, and our experience will increase by experience of I. And to fight an opponent, your experience should be greater than experience of your opponent, and your energy should also be greater than your opponent, right? This is your energy, and your experience, it should be more. So you want to train for some hours such that you can defeat all the opponents, so that's the problem. So now I'm kind of doing a debugging, why we are going wrong here. So my initial experience is 0, my difference is equal to 0. Let's just check our debug. Hence here, not use practice, bro. Solution to everything is practice. Why is it a 1 here? This is energy plus 1 minus last. So we have 3, 2, 6, 3 and 1, right? So I don't need anything here, I should be 5, 6. Why is my difference? Just check my last as well. Logic is correct, there is some implementation issue. So we have a 0, 3. This in the last. So my last is not updating properly for some reason, right? Because if you see here, it should be 3 plus 2 equal to 5, but it is not 5. It should be 5 here. So why is it not 5? Why is it 4? So last plus equal to energy of I plus difference. So last is, this should be correct. Why is it not? How will it be correct? It should be experience here, but some mistakes happen. I am already placed, so I don't need to worry about that. I was doing some dumb mistakes. I was writing energy vector here, it should have been experience vector, and I was saying why is it not updating properly? Of course it will not update properly because I was using some other vector. Yeah, so that was the problem. I hope it is clear enough. So yeah, so your total energy should be more than the sum of the energies, and your experience should be like sum of absolute differences here also, right? So if it is smaller, you need to add it here. If it is bigger, it's okay. So you need to keep on adding, so something like so let's move on to the second problem. How do I go back? So let's move to the second problem, that is the largest palindromic number. You are given a string num consisting of digits only. Return the largest palindromic integer in the form of integer that can be found using digits taken from the num. It should not contain leading zeros. What does that mean? You do not need to use all the digits of num, but you must use at least one digit. The digits can be reordered. Okay. To form the palindromic integer, it can be shown that 7449447 is the largest palindromic integer that can be formed. On that can be shown that 9 is okay. So I think this should not be, it is I think some kind of casework. So the problem is you have been given some number. Let's take the example from the problem itself. You have been given 444947137. 444947137. So we need to make a palindrome out of this, right? So I think we can just very first thing, the order does not matter, right? So first of all, we can store the frequency of all the letters. So frequency of 9 is here, how much? It is 1. Frequency of 7 is how much? Because we need to make the largest palindrome, I guess. We need to make the largest palindrome, right? We need to make the largest palindromic string. Yeah. Also we need to care about zeros. Zeros are a separate. So frequency of 7, this should be equal to how much? This should be equal to 2. Frequency of 4 is how much? Frequency of 4 is 4. And frequency of 3 is equal to 1, and frequency of 1 is equal to 1. So I think we can start from 9, right? And the very first odd frequency that we find, we can use it in the middle. Right? And for all the other digits, we can just keep we can keep using them on the left and the right side. I think that will work. Yeah, so that should work. So now the only thing that we need to think about are zeros. How will zeros work? So I think we can keep some sort of variable to keep track if we have used some digits or not in the front, and we can use that, right? Like if we have already used some digits for sandwiching, then we can use 0, otherwise we cannot. Yeah, so the problem is simple enough. So now the only thing that we need to think about are zeros, right? How we want to take care of zeros. So let's just start writing the code and we can figure it out. We can keep some map of integers, character to int, right? That will give us frequency. So can you also make videos on the last problem of Leetcode weekly? Yeah, Shreyas, like the thing is, like Leetcode contests are in the morning and I don't wake up in the morning, so that's the only reason. Yeah, I will try to make videos in the future if that's possible. For auto frequency, we can update the frequency. This should not be frequency, this should be num. And it's already 11 PM, so I'm quite sleepy, so I'm sorry if I'm like a bit slow. So yeah, we took a frequency and now we just need to think about the middle character middle. This should be empty first, right? For character c equal to 9, c is greater than equal to 0, minus minus c, and if frequency of c is odd, then I can set my c is equal to how much? My c is equal to, sorry, my middle is equal to c. I can just break out, right? So 0 will also be used as a middle thing here. So is it possible that it has at least one non-zero digit, right? It has it given num, consider on the num that can be found, it should not contain the zeros. Num dot length is, can it contain all zeros? Is it possible? But you must use at least one digit. The digits can be reordered. So if none of them are odd, then the middle has to be 0. It is okay. So now we'll need to think about the left and the right side. So we can just say my string prefix. So I can just reverse prefix and it will be my suffix. So for char c equal to 9, c is greater than equal to 0, minus minus c. My prefix plus equal to string, and it should be frequency of c by 2, and I'm making another dumb mistake here. It should be again frequency here, right? Frequency of c by 2, and my character should be c, right? So that will form the string. So now the only thing that I need to worry about is the 0 case here, right? That is when I have used a middle character high-ish. Now I need to think about the case when I have used a non-zero middle character, right? Let's say we have a 9 0 0 0 0, something like this. I have used 9. So can I use 0? Right? So I need to make a separate case for zeros. So let's say bool non-zero start. Bool non-zero start is equal to false. How do we write? It is capital case in Python. I think it is small case in C. If char equal to 0, just make a separate case for this. If frequency of c by 2 is greater than 1, sorry, greater than 0, for the following case, and now we have formed a non-zero start. So start is equal to true. So can do non-zero start I can do my pref plus equal to this thing here. I can just make, and then I can just print out or I can just return my string. Any tips for solving bit which question? I'm getting this topic in OA. I think you I think you can like solve code chef problems. They have some very good problems on bitwise operators. Prefix plus equal to string of size 1 of character middle, or is middle empty? Can I just make this reverse dot begin? Just keep your string suffix. I can just reverse that. Hmm. Thanks, Nathan. So, is like, does reverse work on, like, is reverse in place or not? So I need to copy this first because the reverse is in place, right? So yeah, it's very hard to like switch between languages because I use Python at my work. Oh, I'm totally out of practice. Return also. I think this should work pretty much. We might need to debug this a little, obviously. String pref is equal to this. What is the error here? Double quotes. How much time you have been grinding in CP and are you from? No, I'm not from tier 1, bro. I have like I did CP for the first 3 years, and now I'm not doing now I'm not doing CP anymore. Where is the arrow? Middle plus equal to C. So middle. Oh, sort of practice. This works, right? If not. Pref is equal to this. If character C is this, and this plus reverse. We're using reverse here. Like I told you, man, you should do problems on what is that called? A code chef. The problems there are pretty nice. 009 is not a valid value of types. What? Oh, so this is not working. So why is it not working? So middle dot pushback C. If NC of C is more than 0, this should be. This video is just me printing out stuff. What is this saying? 009 is not a type of input. Also, you should give in code. So I did not knew that. So I think this looks good. I don't use Leetcode that much. You can easily tell, right? Because I don't do this stuff. So let's just try to submit this. Wrong answer. Input is this, output is empty, it is 0. So if string is empty, I can just do. If all are even, right? All are zeros, answer. Yeah, that got accepted. So let's move on to problem C now, and then we'll solve problem D and we'll end the contest. Amount of time for binary tree to be infected. You are given the root of a binary tree with unique values and an integer start at minute 0, and infection starts from the node with value start. Each minute a node becomes infected. If the current node is currently uninfected, the node is adjacent. Return the number of minutes needed for entire tree to be infected. What is this thing? Isn't it just... What are we doing here? You are given the root of a binary tree with unique values for that and an integer start at minute 0, and infection starts from the node with value start, and each minute a node becomes infected. If the node is currently uninfected, the node is adjacent to an uninfected node. Return the minutes needed for the entire tree to be infected. Yeah, but I don't think it's that hard, right? You have been given a binary tree, and you have been given a node start. Can we start from a random node, or do we have to start from the root? So we have been given the root node and we have been given the start node. So either it will be the node with maximum distance from the start, right? Or it will first go to root and then go to some. Can it be something else? So it can also be something like this, right? So we have a binary tree, and let's say there are 1,000 nodes on this side. Let's say there are 1,000 nodes, and you have your start node here. Then you need to like traverse down this path. So we just need to like reroute our tree to start, and just do a BFS. Right, so I think that is the problem, and I think rerouting a binary tree is a pretty standard problem, right? That is a solution, right? Or is it something smarter? So what can we do to make this a little smarter? Can we use some sort of DFS and some DP to optimize this? So let's say I am at some node, and let's say start is in my infected node. So I can keep two DP values, right? DP of infected and DP of uninfected. So my answer here will be dp of infected plus dp of uninfected. Right, that seems like a solution. And for nodes less than this, I can just do a defs. Is it okay? Yeah, this seems to work, but I'm too lazy to implement this. Is there a better solution than this? Like, so I'm able to think about two solutions. One is you can reroute the tree to start and then just do a normal DFS, or for nodes that are for nodes that are in subtree of start, we can do a DFS for them, and nodes that are above start, we can do a DP, and we can just add DP of infected plus DP of uninfected. Yeah, that seems like a solution. So let's see which one I want to code. Uh, 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 7. Yeah, so let's look for this. Reroute. This is a solution I'm quite not a binary search tree, is it? What are the instance of Hive? Node has a unique value. Why is that important? Where do you work currently? Did you pass out? No, I currently work at Equinix. No, I will be passing out in, like, I am in my 7th semester right now, so I will pass out next year. Node with value start exists. Also, like, basically is basically blended. Yeah, so we'll try to write some kind of DFS. So let's see how we can use DFS for this. Let's try to use some kind of DFS. So we can keep a visited thing, and we can first do a DFS to find start, and then we can do a DFS on the tree. Does that make sense? Will I have to type this out? Yeah. So that is what I will do. So first I will DFS to find start, and then I will DFS. Or cannot I just, can I just build out a tree from this? Right, I can just build out adjacency list, right? How do you spell that? Adjacent adjacencies. whatever that is. So I can convert this binary tree into adjacency list, and I can use that to solve, right? That makes sense, right? So do we know the size, the number of nodes in the tree or in the range? This, so we can build out a vector percent of size define accent. Let's try to build this out. Should I run a recursive loop for this? Let's run recursive loop. Let's say build adjacency. I will pass it the root. Right. I can create a dummy tree node. Dummy. I can set dummy dot just get is the pointer. That also will be the parent. Build adjacent. Will be parent. Are you trying to build a tree in graph format and then use? Yes, bro. Okay. Because that is the only trees I know. And I can child f parent dot val is equal to -1, then that is a null parent. I don't care about that. I can do nothing. Not I can just go -1 here. Not equal to -1, then I can just say adjust dot parent dot tag. I also need to say if child is equal to null pointer. Why is it this? Oh yeah. So we have a dummy variable, we have a root, we also need to pass in adjacent. Or Lakesh, how's your job going, bro? and we also need to do adjacent or child dot dot back parent val. So we have built up the, like, do you still use BFS DFS in your job or not? Yeah, so we have built out that. We also need to build out build adjacent. My child is now my parent, and now my children are my child dot left. And so this not it. All I do is use n-scale algorithms. I don't even try to optimize anything anymore. Whenever they want me to write a script, I do the brute force thing. That is a child left, child, yeah. So this should be able to build out a tree, I think. And now we just need to run a BFS or a DFS on that. Let's just, what do we want to run? But as I am in DB company, there are many algos written using graphs. Algorithms like. So which language do you like code in as of now? I remember you gave your interview in React. So do you still use React? So let's keep a queue. Do I also need to keep a level variable? Really? So the whole tree is connected, right? Return the number of, so the whole tree is connected. I can just keep a max and max time equal to. I can just keep this as a pair. I can just keep sending in the levels longer. I'm in training phase. Still, bro, you must be using something, right? In training phase. Q dot push. My team uses Java, Go, and Python. I think Java is used everywhere. Like, I want to learn Java. Uh, and you can say auto. What do you want to use? I just like that. Is equal to 2 dot front, and node is equal to star dot first. Weight is equal to star dot second. Right, and we can use Q. Yeah, तूने बताया था couch base में. Remember? Like, कैम वाली कंपनी छोड़ दी राइट तूने. Good for you, bro. Yeah. So I also need to keep a visited array. So done, bro. I don't want to that. Factor in visited That's why I hate Leetcode, bro. So much implementation, or maybe there is some better implementation that I'm not able to think about. But like the problem is simple enough. You know what the solution is when you read it for the first time. And now let's see this implementation. रेफरल ले लियो श्योर ब्रो रेफरल लेके भी लिंक नहीं आते ब्रो सैड I got referrals for Microsoft, no links, ghosted. Got referral for Amazon, ghosted. At least like give us the chance to compete. Not fair at all. Yeah, so for auto, X belonging to adjacent of node. Not visited X. You can say q dot push. One is X and one is your weight. And your max time equal to max time 8. And just return max. Now there will be some bugs and I'm lazy enough. Yeah, दे देगा. Like मैंने बात करी थी. Like my TNP department is willing to. Like you can spend the entire semester if you like land an internship. That is okay. But अगर मिलेगी तो. Semicolon I can debug. Hopefully this is correct. Right, this is not correct. Member X something like this pointer point. I think then I have something wrong with my dummy variable. Is it sure bro, thanks. Look. Right, like Equinix, I think they promise they will raise my package to 12 base when I graduate. So hopefully that's correct. Do you guys see an error here? There's some pointer thing. Line 38, gas 16. Dummy val is equal to minus that. Should I just pass in the pointer later? Well, brace, bro. That would be crazy. Oh, I need to do that thing, right? Dummy tree node dummy is equal to new tree node. This is what happens when you use Python for so long. Everything in Python is in Python you just do this is equal to this. Do this. Time limit exceed. Now let's see if this part is correct. Let's just this part is correct, so I have a T part. So I started my cube here. Bro, there will never be a Python series. My Python code is too early. do dot push start comma 0, why not? And I have to set visited of start equal. And when I push, I also have to set visited of equal to 1. So hopefully this works. This is just ugly implementation, bro. Where is the logic in this? I don't get. I don't do. Let's move to the last problem, and then we will end the stream, and we will upsolve Google Kickstart tomorrow, hopefully, if I get the time. So you are given an integer array nums and a positive integer k. So उससे बात हुई तेरी लोकेश दीपांशु से. Make it space efficient. नहीं बनाना bro space efficient. As long as it works, don't touch it. Right, like I can make it space efficient. I can use coordinate compression if you want me to. Right? Yeah, I can use coordinate compression. First I can iterate over the whole tree, find the nodes, then like map it. तो अभी तेरे पास में रहता है क्या वो, या दूर रहता है तेरे से? So you are given an integer array nums and a positive integer k. You can choose any subsequence. He is fine with Red Hat. Red Hat is a good brand. Why not? You are given an integer nums and a positive integer k. You can choose any subsequence of the array and sum all of its elements together. We define the k sum of the array as the kth largest subsequence sum that can be obtained. Then also space is also being used. What do you want me to do? Remove the space altogether? वो वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर रहा है. ओके, ये बोलता रहा था वो बैंगलोर आएगा. वो बैंगलोर आके वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर रहा है. We define the kth sum of the array as the kth largest subsequence sum that can be obtained, not necessarily from the kth sum of the array. A subsequence is an array that can be derived from. I think I have seen this previously. Yeah, I saw this on my Discord few days back. The same problem. September में आया हो. तो लाइक तेरी बात कब हुई उससे? वो बैंगलोर आया था तब? This is a well-known problem, I think. Somebody left the server. Yeah. So I think, yeah, I think it is the same problem, right? Like you have to find subsequences. I think this is a well-known problem. I'm not gonna solve this one. Yeah, the same problem. N is 10 to the power 5, k is less than or equal to min 2 the. हमसे पूछ लेते भाई. तो लगा हुआ है. Yeah, this is a well-known problem. I'm not gonna solve. You can find it online. This is the same problem. So I think we're done with the. I think you can use some. You can sort the array and you can use some kind of PQ on it. Like the problem is really hard. This problem is really hard, but you can also see it online. Find kth largest subsequence. I think I saw it on Stack Overflow as well. ब्रो इंटर्नशिप तो लगी जाती है ब्रो. We use benefit when they were I think I saw it somewhere. Not gonna solve this one. It will be pretty hard. I don't think I'll be able to solve this. Oh, I saw this somewhere. Let's see it. The earth's largest subsea. Um, hmm, अच्छा. There is an entire PDF on this. Yeah, so guys, you guys need to read this too. Bro, over an year. Like Equinix में like मेरी full time ही है. Like intern role नहीं है मेरा, full time role ही है. So I have like 1 year experience of full time. Equinox नहीं Equinix. Yeah. Newton like a part time thing. वो का count नहीं भी करते थे. So first of all, let's go back to problem C and see the intended solution. Thanks. Let's see this section of this. Cool. मैं तेरे को टेक्स्ट करता हूँ मंडे को. राइट, इसने भी यही करा है. एडजेसेंट नोड बनाई है आई थिंक. देन इसने ये बस कर. So I think that is the intended solution, right? What is the second solution? Plus plus DFS one pass. DFS root क्या किया? या इसने भी सेम थिंग है जो मैं पहले बोल रहा था. लाइक द डीपी काइंड ऑफ थिंग. But like everyone has done the same thing. Everybody has created a graph and then run a DFS. So how do you optimize space, Lokesh? That is the problem. So what do you think we should do here to optimize space? So one thing I can think about is, but we cannot change the tree class. Otherwise we could have kept a parent as well for every node. And then we could have like reverse done a DFS. That could have worked. I don't know me, just expert. You are the guy who can sort an array, no offense. मैंने भी नहीं करी bro. I left CF like मैं just like अब solve करता हूँ. डिलीट क्यों कर दिए? Chill, bro. Let's see the discuss section. I know the solution to this problem. It is you have to use some kind of PQ. Yeah, you can see you have to use some kind of PQ, and like it is quite complicated. I have seen this solution before. You have to use some kind of PQ, and you have to make some kind of like transitions between. There are, I think, 3 cases. Yeah. I have seen this before, but like I don't remember the solution. It was quite hard. So maybe I will make a video on this one because I think I have seen this problem many times. Yeah, so I will make a video on this one, and I think it is enough for the stream. I think I've been streaming for quite some time. Yeah, I've been streaming for over 1 hour and 15 minutes. So I think I can end the stream here, and I will see you guys in the next stream where we will solve Google Kickstart. Yeah, I think that will be good. So yeah, see you guys in the next stream, and if you guys have a doubt, feel free to ask me in the comments or join my Discord server. I will drop a link here for that. 5 people, edit invite link, expire. Bye Lokesh. Yeah, so see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye.